How's the idea of growing your hair come about? I mean, were you guys happy about that or not?
Vince wanted to do it. It was just another bullshit.
Yeah, it was just to take away from her.
Let's do it and cut the hair and grow it out.
He told us, he says, doing jobs is not going to hurt you. He said, well, then why don't you have Stone Cold do 5 jobs in a row against 5 job guys or anybody on TV?
We'll see what happens.
It's 5 Mondays in a row. So, like he said to Vince one time, Vince, we want to talk to you, bro. I'm going to stand up against this wall so you can't talk circles.
That pissed him off.
Right.
He didn't like that one off.
You guys were paired with Sonny. Were you guys happy about that?
Who?
Sonny, Tammy Sytch.
It was stupid.
Right.
Yeah. It was stupid. If he had done what he said he was going to do with it, then fine. We went out and we spent literally thousands of dollars on all that new shit. I had a guy airbrushing them all that does pro hockey helmets and goalie helmets in Minnesota. And we spent a lot of money on doing these new shoulder pads. We had 8 pair of shoulder pads and 2 sets of helmets.
She got about as much brains as a pencil.
If they would have done it the right way, if they would have done the posters the way they said they were going to do them, with if we're standing there in all our gear and she's down, but she always had Sonny had a problem of being the second.
Yeah, competition.
She had to be up front.
With the women, there was competition.
And she didn't say she
like
hated
Luna.
was
it Luna that beat the shit out of everyone?
Luna did.
Yeah, Luna beat the shit out of her. And there was a lot of high animosity between her and Sable.
Yeah, she thought she was the diva of the WWF and Sable didn't deserve it, and so another underlying shit there somewhere with somebody, I don't know.
And then they came up with the idea with the whole drug gimmick and stuff like that. What were you?
That was probably because we're involved in our Children's Fitness Network, which everything of me being on drugs is against, whether it's airing or not, or in the process of being built. He had one time told us to fuck with your cartoon because we told him there were certain things we couldn't do. I was under contract. I didn't really have any option. When you're under contract, you got to abide by it. So all I try to do is have fun with it.
Right.
I tried to have fun with it, and it's another thing. It could have worked better if they would have put a little more time into it. And so the last thing that people saw, and this was right on, and Vince knew he was going to do this, was us breaking up, me suicidal and screwing up the whole time when it was supposed to be Droz that was the guy that tried to take my job and feed me the drugs. Yeah. I have to say, out of all the time they worked at the WWF, and all the 5 years that I was under contract, that was the most enjoyable for me because it was the only time they did anything with us. And and the people were getting with it. Those people thought I was screwed up.
They did.
There's no doubt in my mind.
When he came in the first time and tripped over the ropes and he fell in.
Our first interview.
I was laughing so hard under my mask I couldn't take it off. I had to leave it on. I saw him go straight down.
So I had fun with it. I wanted to be the humorous.
And when you went out with the oddities and started dancing.
Right, all that.
The people were buying it. They thought he was hammered.
Well, that's why nobody got kiboshed.
But they could have made him come.
It was good enough for Scott Hall.
If they would have done the deal of had him go in there, and they would have had him crying in treatment, going through it all, and the reasons why he's in that situation because his dad was sick and everything else, his sister-in-law was sick at the time and everything else. It could have been a very big personal, emotional deal. Because Vince was always trying to find the personal side of us, and because we were indestructible. Face it, except unless you were Kane and Undertaker or Hogan and the Giant, who's going to believe who's going to be fallible? Nobody, right? But if you would have done that way, they would have bought it. Then you could have had the big ass comeback.
I was going to be fallible. Droz, who's unfortunately, God bless him, paralyzed from the waist down now, was going to be the feeder behind Animal's back, kissing Animal's butt. It's hot. Hawks do it all the problem. At the same time, me admitting down the line that I had a drug problem, and he kept supplying me with the drugs. That was the whole thing.
Right.
And we really never got any retribution. And you know what? I could say that the happiest days of my wrestling career, I think Joe can say it too, without Vince McMahon.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
I work for Bischoff any day before Vince again.
Right.
I say that willingly.
I do too.
Not that I'm looking forward to it, but I would do it.
Right.
Well, lesser of two evils.
How did you guys get along with Steve Austin? I mean, did you see Steve Austin taking
he's
off?
kind of like a loner.
He's hard to talk to.
He's a loner. He's not a hard guy to talk to. He is in a way because
he'll talk to you, but you know what? He's not. A lot of times he'll walk right by it.
I think his relationship. He's not a dumb guy. His relationship was with Vince on a one-to-one basis. Like Rox is now. like Undertaker's has been for years, like Shawn Michaels was, like Bret Hart's was, like Hogan's was. But one thing that I know that Hogan got away with a ton. Pretty soon he got so hot, he was telling Vince what to do. Vince wasn't telling Vince. I'm sure after Hogan left, told himself that I'm never going to let anything like that happen again with any other wrestler. And it hasn't happened. But, you know, it's too bad that Stone Cold's out with the injuries, but he was told a year before that not to wrestle again. So he'd take your chances. Obviously, it paid off for him. I mean, he made $5 million.
Right. I was asking about Steve Austin, and did you, I guess, think that he was going to take off it the way he did? The whole phenomenon of Steve Austin?
The guy never got in the ring when he hurt his neck. After only giving the power driver when he hurt his neck, for 8 months he ran down and beat the crap out of everybody. How are you not going to be driving big monster trucks into the ring over people, over everything?
Although I will give him so much more credit than a guy like Ultimate Warrior who couldn't wrestle a lick.
I was going to ask you about
that. Couldn't do an interview for a lick. Steve was very good on the mic. Very good. He was a very good actor. He was a very good wrestler. And we got along with him fine. I wouldn't say we were close to him.
If Steve didn't hurt his neck, he could have been the next Flair.
Right.
I mean, I think
he could have been around that long.
He was going to be that. I mean, he was that good.
But he did on 2 to 3 years. He out merchandised with Hogan did, 10, 12 years.
What are your memories of the Canadian Stampede pay-per-view? It was the one up in Calgary. It was awesome as far as crowd heat and stuff.
Oh yeah, the crowd. Wow, we were heels.
Right.
Yeah.
We were heels. I loved it.
Yeah, it was good.
I loved it because we hadn't been heels in a while. I'm not that big of a fan of Canada anyways, because of the money.
They give us the Mad Hatter celebration.
Yeah, that's right. The Mad
They
Hatter
have cowboy hats, fake Stetsons.